Right, everyone. I'm here with Joshua Mwaniki, the Country Manager for Mocality Kenya, and I'm here to talk to Joshua a little bit about some of the exciting developments in Mocality, what's happening there, and in particular, Mocality's foray to the deal space. So, Joshua, thank you for being on the show,
Asante sana.
and tell us what's happening. What's this new development in Mocality?
Well, first, thanks for Moses for having me back again on your blog. Quite the
You're welcome.
blog.
You're more than welcome.
Making the TV. Well, I think it's getting to the point where mortality is probably spreading its wings and getting into areas of the market that we think are very promising. And obviously, one of the things that's been a sensation full of the developments of the net around the world is deal and group buying.
The whole deal space, yeah.
Deal space with the group one taking a charge on that. You would know that MIH is probably invested in the group space as well, both within Africa and outside. And so we thought it was about time that we get involved here. Right now in Kenya, we probably have two players, Z2 Rupu, who, I guess, with varying degrees of success, are getting into the game, and we don't think it's a closed market. It's a very open market. I mean, we've seen markets that have 4,000 plus players.
Really, that many?
That many. So for this market to only have two, we think there's quite a lot of space and opportunity for people to get in, and for us to come in and do something different.
Okay. I mean, I think you're right. I mean, I remember meeting somebody from Baskepe in Brazil recently when I was in Europe, and he told me the way they have like 1,500 deal players or deal of the day websites in Brazil, and the way that it's actually very competitive. In Kenya, we only have two, and now Mocality 3. But I mean, the big question is obviously, I think, like you said, varying levels of success for both Z2 and Rupu. I mean, what's going to be different about Mocality? What new source do you bring to the table, so to speak?
Well, the giant of all group buying sites, whose Groupon have had one very major thing that's gone their way, and that's the ability to go local. Now, Mocality, we have basically built our brand from the ground up. We are extremely localized. We have very many local businesses. We have 10,000 agents countrywide, and just that reach of and we have conferences all the time, going to the local people, finding out how can we benefit you. So for us, switching to the deal sort of business, which is another local business, just makes sense. It's a perfect fit because we're already local. We're there with them. These are the people who will tell us, I've been looking for a way to push my business. And I know Mocality has already introduced that with our directory service and some of our business tools. And for us, the deal service is just another way for us to actually give these people an opportunity to grow their businesses. So obviously now we are going to be hitting the consumers a lot more and telling the consumers, now you can find something close to you. You can discover shops that are closer to you, that have deals for you. And we want to do it in a responsible way. So we're not just out to get the best deals and get a deal and live a business reeling and thinking, oh my god, I can't recover after that huge deal we got. We're thinking of how can we get into business in a way that means we can do business with you again, and when we come back we should have seen some growth, and you'll say, you know what, I want to do this deal. So we also try and make sure when we're packaging the deals in place, we sit with the business people and we tell them we need a deal that's good to the consumer, but it's also sensible for you as a business owner. So we're being very responsible, but we think that our edge is, yes, we have worked local since we began this operation, and we think we know how to work the local scene quite well.
Okay, excellent. I know that also since we last spoke, Mocality has made some huge milestones in the directory business. I think how many businesses is it now that you have in Kenya?
Well, we've surpassed 130,000 right
130?
Now. Yes, I think we are by far the largest, I guess, in the region, and we think we haven't, we have a lot of calls to open it up countrywide, and that's maybe one of the things we have to keep explaining to people is we would love to do that, but there is a system in which we carry these things out. We don't want for there to be a very varying user experience. You're able to get certain tools and experiences when you use Mocality Nairobi, when you go to Mombasa or Kisumu or Nakuru or Eldoret or even Nyeri. So anytime we go to a new city, we do our groundwork. We make sure that we can give them the mapping abilities, the ability to find the shops, the education that's needed. So we have been doing this slowly, but we've got to the point where we think we are now just about ready to start opening it a lot quicker. We just launched Nigeria a couple of weeks ago.
So Nigeria has also gone live. I think I talked about that the last interview.
Yes, you did talk about it. We have a team there up and running, and I think we are well on our way to becoming the Pan-African directory for businesses in the continent. So it's pretty exciting times. We've got very good teams in place, and yeah, can only go up from here.
Now, going back to deals, of course, I think the big development, I think the last time I was looking into this space where deals are concerned in Africa, I think Groupon had just acquired a company in South Africa. I don't know that Groupon has actually launched as Groupon SA, but I know that they've actually invested in a company there.
Yeah.
And I think news of the week or last week is that apparently Living Social is also about to go live in South Africa. And more importantly, I think there was news this week that Facebook Deals, I think through Habari Media of South Africa, is also apparently launching in South Africa. So for me, what is interesting in that space is obviously there are new competitors, but I think the interesting thing about Facebook Deals is that they don't actually take a cut normally from the business when they do the promotional deals. But that being said, I only imagine that Mocality potentially will have any one of these major global players in its backyard in Kenya soon. And I'm just wondering, how do you suppose Mocality is going to counter that sort of threat? Because I imagine probably within the next year it's going to happen. Kenya's hot.
Well, I think that's always. I mean, the internet history is rife with such examples of big players like Facebook or Groupon is now a very major player. They come into your market and they are somebody serious to take. You have to take them seriously when they come in. For the Kenyan market, I think right now everyone is shying away from it because they probably think that the market is still a very virgin market, so they don't really want to come in and do the groundwork. But I think it's very different. You don't just come in and I think we also from the Taobao experience in China. With, eBay going there with all the money and getting schooled basically because Taobao knew the local market, and for us we think that it's good that we're here right now. It's good that we're here, we're learning. We actually don't think that new entrants in the market is a bad thing. We actually welcome that because we think the more people come in, the more people are actually educated. Bigger. Yes, they help out in educating the market that this is not just a one-off. This is a serious business, and so for us, it's sort of we think there's still a lot of value that can be taken out of the market. So when the big boys finally come into Kenya, I think it will just be more exciting times. More things for people to do. But as internet businesses go, 3 years from now, there could be something else that everybody is on to. Maybe right now we're talking about group buying. A year ago we're talking about just directories. So I think the nature of the internet is that it's always new developments, and they might actually see a new opportunity that's big and maybe more advantageous for them to go on or more strategic. So we can only focus on what we're doing and focus and make sure that what we're doing, we do it very well, and that our consumers and our clients get the best out of it. But I mean, if they come in, then welcome to the Kenyan market.
So you're ready to rumble with them, so
absolutely. To speak? We think we have we've done our homework. We think we have a team in place, and it should be good time.
So maybe just to cap it all, I mean, I'm just thinking to myself, going forward, the deal space. Where can people access the Mocality deals, and when are they going to be available from?
So deals, we are launching on deals.mocality.co.
Deals.mocality.co.ke.
Yes, .co.ke. That should be the site we're going to launch with. You should start seeing in another couple of days or so. You might start seeing a bit of advertising as we start to just push the market into getting into this directory. Already we have a few thousand subscribers ready to go already, but we want to really push, have a drive right now people are busy testing and just making sure that we that everything is going to be good for the consumer when they come in, and the experience is good from the payments to deliveries and just ironing out all those little bugs. But we believe that within the next week or so you should be able to see and participate and buy the deal of your day in your town and maybe in your area, and hopefully you'll be able to go and say, what is the deal in my little suburb? I want to buy the deal from this suburb. That is what we hope every Kenyan can do very soon.
Sorry, I completely forgot about this, and it's something that I just remember, Joshua. But there's, I think there are other significant developments in Mocality that have come to my attention. I know that you recently launched some new mobile applications. Maybe you can tell us more about those.
Yes, one of the things that we I mean, everybody knows. I mean, you come to Kenya now, everybody's got one of these. It's either the Galaxy Tab, iPad, or and if it's a mobile phone, then it's a smartphone. So the days of having a little phone that's just a green screen, those days are soon going to be days we talk about when we look at our history. And what's happening is we've just launched a couple of apps, new apps. We've just launched a new iPhone app, which should be good for business owners because we actually allow them through the iPhone to use their tools and to do the searches. But not everybody has an iPhone, so we have gone to where the main one is where the consumer actually is, which is an Android application now. The Android app, everybody from Samsung, Motorola, you talk about some of the Ericsson people, they're all running the Android technology on their tabs and on their phones, and we made sure that we had a Mocality app that enables people to actually search for businesses they're looking for, and also for the deals that they're looking for. So this is something I would say that if you're on the market and you're in Kenya, you really need to go to the Android market and just look for Mocality and just install it on your phone. Start using. A lot of our businesses, or most of our businesses in the city, are actually GPS enabled. They're GPS tagged, so you can actually look for business and even use it.
All those 130,000 businesses.
Oh yeah, we try to make sure that we are really on top of our game on that one. So we're hoping that people can actually find an easy way to actually go and look for businesses. And in short space of time, we're hoping that we can do a lot more than just find these businesses, but actually talk, communicate, and maybe even purchase from these businesses using our tools. But I think the first step is just to get the tools out there, get people familiar with them, and then from there we should be in good.
So brilliant. So both an iPhone and Android application available for Mocality.
Yes, we've got an iPhone and Android application. I'm sure some of the people who use Java or Nokia will say that they might find that the Java application still there. And we're no longer supporting the Java applications, just for the main reason that I think the world is moving away from that. Even Nokia have moved to Windows. So I think Java is slowly being phased out. So we had built a lot of applications from Java for those phones, and they're still there. But we're not really actively supporting them anymore, even if they do work. And what we're encouraging people to do is to look for the applications on the newer sort of platforms that everybody's using, and they should find that we're really supporting those in a big way.
Excellent. So Joshua, thank you very much again for being on MosesKemibarrow.com.
Yes.
And we're very excited to see all the new developments at Mocality, the applications, the deal space, the 130,000 directory listings.
Yeah.
And yes, we're looking very keenly to see how Mocality will fare.
Well, you should come and eat lunch with us for tomorrow.
Yeah, you got a deal tomorrow?
Deal for lunch.
Definitely, I'm on.
Okay,
thank you.
Right,